Meteorologist Megan Glaros of WBBM in Chicago has been with us all week, helping us track this storm. She remains with us here in Wilmington tonight. Megan, first of all, what's the latest?
Right, at this point, we're looking at a Cat 2. It's weakened a bit, but that's because it's beginning to interact with land at this point. So we do anticipate that. Problem is, it also went through a little eye wall replacement cycle, which is essentially its reorganization. And so they lose a little bit of strength sometimes during that. We anticipate it, though, being a strong system to make landfall within the next 24-hour period, likely within the next 12 hours, moving west-northwest, though, at a crawl at just 5 miles per hour. You can clearly see on the radar, though, parts of North Carolina already getting hammered at this point, Jeff.
And it's interesting, as this sits and spins, we've been on just the outside of the worst of it, it seems like, for a couple hours now, but that is moving in here.
Yeah.
At this point, the biggest threat is what?
The biggest threat will be the rain, I believe. The storm surge is going to be a factor for those along the coastline and for some of the coastal inlets as well, of course, but look at these rainfall totals. I mean, we're talking about more than 30 inches of rain across a large chunk of South Carolina, North Carolina, and then even farther inland across mountainous areas, we're going to get very heavy rains as well. That's going to be a giant factor. But again, as I said, also looking at the surge potential, that will impact a smaller number of people, I think. So the rain's a little more widespread event for everyone.
And it's taking these odd jags, right? Like up and down. It's not one straight path.
No, and that's what makes these tropical systems so hard to forecast, because we lose those steering currents. So now it's kind of an entity in and of itself, just sort of meandering a little bit. Problem is, it may meander long enough that we have impacts of hurricane force for a long time, potentially here all the way through Saturday. So it's not going to leave this area for quite some time.
Again, a long duration storm. All right, Megan, we'll check back in with you soon.